Hey, let me unplug this. Hopefully you can hear me still. We're going to take a look at the measures of center, lesson 6. Let's get into this thing and find out about the mean and the median. Good stuff today. All right. Measure center is a way of summarizing the data by provided central points of data. The mean is the measure center in which the average, you hear this word average, all right, is the mean. Sorry, I'm running out of lead there. Is the mean, right? Find the sum, which means add the numbers up, and then you're going to divide by the number of data points or the numbers in the data set. The mean can be thought as determining the fair share, which I've never used that before, but that's interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Let's bring it up a little bit. Okay, so let's get into this. All right. Move gumballs around to create an equal number of gumballs in each machine. What is the fair share or the average, right? All right, well, if we look at this, how many we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So if I move a couple of these over, if I move 3 of these over, the fair share would be 8, because now I'd have 8, 8, and 8. All right, makes sense. Okay, so let's get into a real problem here. First thing we're going to do is ask, you're going to ask us, let's list below the shoe sizes. They want us to find the mean. To find the mean, we take our calculator, okay, and we're going to turn it on, and we're going to add these numbers up, okay? So you just add, just put them in. 13 plus 12 plus 9.5 plus 10.5 plus 12 plus 11 plus 12 plus 8 equals. Our sum is 88. 88. So we're going to take that sum and divide it by the total number in the set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 88 divided by 8 is mental math. That's 11. And 11 is what we call our mean. That is the true average. That is a number that represents all of these in the data set. Let's do that again, but over here. 27 plus 52 plus 60 plus 41 plus 33 plus 38 plus 42 plus 57 plus 72 plus 68 equals 490. That's our sum. So I'm going to take 490 and I'm going to divide that by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That divided by 10 is 49. 49. So 49 is a good representation of that data set. Excuse me. Okay, the following data set represents the number of times the phone rings when the callers contact Comcast. Yeah, Comcast, they should get a lot of calls. They never answer the phone. Okay, so how many 4s do we have? We have 2 of those, right? How many 5s? 1. How many 6s? 2 6s. We don't have any 7s, so I don't write anything down. I have 2 8s, and then I have 1 9. Here's my data set. Now, I add them up, right? 4 and 4 is 8 plus 5 plus 6 and 6 is 12 plus 16 plus 9 equals 50. My sum is 50. So we're going to take 50 and we're going to divide it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 50 divided by 8. We're going to end up with a decimal here, aren't we? 6 and 25 hundredths. And it's okay to have a decimal there. So 6 and 25 hundredths would be about right here, which would be a good representation of that data set. Finding the mean, add them up, divide by the total number in the set. Let's go on to the median. okay, the median. And the median is going to be a little bit more work, but it's a good representation, right? We use the median when the data was skewed. If you remember, if it was symmetrical, we would use the mean. The median is the measure of center in which the middle, all right, of the data is determined. It can be found by ordering the data from least to greatest, smallest to biggest, determining the middle of the data set. If there is not a middle number, then find the average or the mean, right? Just what we talked about, of the two middle numbers. All right, here we go. First thing we're going to do, okay, is organize our data set. We go from least to greatest, and this is kind of a pain, but you have to do it. And let me check my camera and make sure we're okay. All right, I think we're okay. So let me pull that down, and hopefully you could see that up there. If you couldn't, let me give you a second to get caught up there. I apologize. Middle, least, middle, average, or mean. All right, let's pull this down a little bit. Let's go. First thing I'm going to do is organize my data from least to greatest. So I have 3 zeros, 4, 5 zeros, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. How many ones do I have? 1, 2, 1, 2 ones. And then I have a 1.5. I have to write that down. Is there any other ones of those? No. Then I go to 2. 1, 2. There's 2 twos. And you notice I cross them off as I go. Here's a 3. Here's a 3.5. And then there's a 6 and an 8. Okay, so all we've done is taken our numbers and list them from smallest to biggest. And now I'm going to grab another pencil here. And I'm going to show you. What we do is just find the middle number. Boom, coming into the middle. Here, here, here. But there's two middle numbers, isn't there? So what we do is we find the average of those two. We take 1 plus 1.5 and get 2.5. And we divide that by 2. And when we divide that by 2, we're going to get the the median. And that's going to be 1 and 2500ths. Let's try that again with a little bit smaller data set. There's a couple zeros, 0, 0. 4 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 2 twos and a 3. So I don't really need that. Boom. I'm going to the 0, 2 to the 1, 1 to the 1, and there it is. There's my median. It's a 1. We also can do that with a dot plot. So when we look at this, we're going to have to first off list it. All right. So here's my list. Here's my organization. I have 2 20s. I have 3 22s. Sorry. I have 3 24s. I have 128 and 132. Right? Now, let's find the middle number. We have 2 middle numbers again, right? So we're going to add those 2 up and end up with 46. Divide that by 2, and we end up with 23 as the median. Pretty good stuff, huh? Yeah. All right, we're rolling right along. Let's finish up here. Roanoke Middle School is holding a walkathon. And the top 5 finishers are shown. What is the mean of the top 5 finishers? All right, let's add them up. 35 plus 33 plus 33 plus 32 plus 30 equals 163 divided by 5. Trust your calculator here now. Is 32 and 6/10. What is the median? Well, let's get organized. I have a 30, 32, 33, and a 35. Middle number, 33. Describe why you think the mean and the median are closely related. Well, the reason why they're closely related is because the spread of the data here, all right, is very clustered. It's really tight. So our spread is very close. And that's why those two are very close in number-wise. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Take care. Head to the homework. Bye-bye.